The Long Beach Public Library offers a variety of electronic databases for your research needs. You will, however, need a current Long Beach Public Library card to obtain access. Note that you may need to reactivate your card if you haven't used it in a year. This can be done over the phone by calling your local library branch. Access to the databases is located here. The process of finding the databases is a little daunting at first, but with a little practice, you will know your way around in no time. Of the two options to choose from, Subject List seems to be the most helpful since it groups the databases into useful categories. You will need to scroll down to the bottom of the page to access student resources. Since there are so many databases to choose from, you will need to scroll through quite a few databases. The student resources are located here. The in-context resources are much easier to use than the one I'm going to show you, but the Gale Virtual Reference Library is a good overall database that fits most students' needs. In a subsequent screencast, I will address the other databases in more depth. This is where you will enter your library ID number. If you don't have a library card yet, make a point to go get one. They're basically free unless you need a replacement one or you owe overdue library books. Begin by typing into the search box. Let's type in World War II. A search assist feature will help you with spelling as well as with finding an appropriate subtopic. You can see that this search yielded over 4,000 results. At this point, we might want to consider narrowing our search to one of the subtopics that the Search Assist feature suggested earlier. Although this is quite a long list, you could scroll down it to check to see if something interesting turns up. Let's do that now. I will now read a small portion from this resource. Changes in world politics proved to be very important in the years after World War II. The United States and Russia were allies during the war, but that friendship. If this seems like a useful resource, you can scroll down toward the bottom of the article where you will find a citation for this article. And here is the citation. You can copy and paste this into a Microsoft document. The document URL can be saved in your School Loop locker or pasted into a School Loop email. Now that you have a basic understanding of the Gale Virtual Reference Library, I would like to remind everyone that there are 10 additional databases to definitely check out. Note that if you see the words in context in the title of the database, it's an indication that the database is user-friendly. Here are some other in-context databases that you might want to check out. There are some great tutorials here that you can explore that go into more depth. Just go to support www.gale.com/Gale. Here is a more in-depth tutorial on the Gale Virtual Reference Library. If you scroll down a little further, you'll find tutorials for Global Issues in Context, U.S. History in Context, and World History in Context. You'll certainly be an expert after watching these tutorials. This presentation was created by Mr. Hobush.